What's up, football fans? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and are you tired of the same old football shows when it's a bunch of and no one's really talking ball? It's just a bunch of hot takes and clickbait and gibberish. Well, you are in the right spot, but maybe you're an NFL fan, but you are also a fan of a college football team, and you want a channel that can do both. You are in the right spot. If you love the game of football, maybe you played it or maybe you watched it since you was a young pup, but you want to be educated when you watch football. You want to have analysis and insight, and you want a channel that can do some film study. You are in the right spot. Or maybe you're just a football fan that wants to have fun, have some great interviews, and get some insight. Well, you are in the right spot. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell so you do not miss out, and sit back and let's enjoy the show. Yo, what's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Salute to all my football fans out there and listeners. We are now live. We're streaming on YouTube, of course. We're streaming on Twitter. We're streaming on Instagram. We're streaming on TikTok. And I know when I made this announcement last week, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people that was like, Jay Tuck is done. He's finished. Good riddance. I'm glad he's gone. So they thought there was some opportunity for them to slide on through the gate. That's not the case. Jay Tuck is going nowhere. I'm actually going to be everywhere now. And so we are going to be doing this live on a podcast on Apple for all my podcast listeners out there, and also Spotify. You will not get rid of me that easily. But salute to all the football fans. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to recap week 0 from last week. We have week 1 of college football starting this week. I'm so excited, y'all. Y'all can see the excitement, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to week 1 of college football. We're going to talk about some Dallas Cowboys football. I thought Tuck said he was never going to talk about Dallas Cowboys football ever in life. I never said that. I just said I wasn't going to be exclusive. We're going to talk about this Shador situation. We are going to have a fun time tonight. So do me a quick favor. Y'all know the vibes. Ain't nothing changed. Subscribe, share, like the content, and let everybody know CFO Gang is back in the building. And hopefully everyone had a good weekend last week. I did as well. Sat back Saturday, watched some college football, watched Iowa State versus Kansas State out there in Dublin. It was a good game. It was a rainy game, so it was a little bit sloppy. Dylan Edwards got hurt very first play of the game after he fumbled. Not sure what he actually injured. You had Rocco Beck going against Avery Johnson. Now, I will say this. Avery Johnson, dog. I know Avery Johnson is from my city. He's from Wichita, Kansas. Well, technically, he's from Mays. You know what I'm saying? He's from Mays. That's on the outskirts. But, you know, we welcome everybody in, right? So I've watched Avery Johnson, you know, since he was in high school. But, yo, Avery, dog, I had no clue. Avery. You know what I'm saying? I had no clue. Now, I saw the athleticism. I saw the shiftiness, you know, how you're able to run the ball. I had no clue you had a little soul in you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it, right? I was like, oh, man, you know, Avery Johnson, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was. So how do you know that, Tuck? Well, his father got into a little scuffle out there, was out there rubbling, doubling, out there in the rain. They were like Avery Johnson's father. I'm like, that's his daddy? His daddy look like me. That boy daddy look like me. But I don't know. He must have got his mom's genetics, right? But I was like, all right, bro. All right, so salute to Avery Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. Parents, cousins, brothers of high-profile athletes, y'all gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to chill. Some of y'all are out there messing up the moolah. There is now millions of dollars at stake. Avery Johnson is getting NIL money. Don't be out there fighting in the rain. You know what I'm saying? You was out there fighting in the rain, rubbling and doubling. You're messing up the NIL money. Y'all really got to chill. You really got to chill. I didn't see them genetics. I didn't see them. But hey, bro, I see you now, Avery. You know what I'm saying? I see you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? But then after that game versus Iowa State versus Kansas State, I went down 25 minutes from my house to Lawrence, Kansas, and the brand new renovated Memorial Stadium, and it was amazing, y'all. Now, y'all know when it comes to Kansas, you know what I'm saying, the University of Kansas, we are known as a basketball school. It is a basketball school. But when I tell you everybody was at that stadium and that thing was rocking, it was sold out. The energy was at an all-time high. Press box, it's a little light. They have us on the corner, right? They have us on the corner versus my sideline angle, and all my shortcuts around the building was now blocked off. You know what I'm saying? So I was walking through the field, walking where the players are, just trying to get to where I need to go upstairs. But beautiful stadium, beautiful day out there in Lawrence, Kansas, and the Jayhawks balled out. Jayhawks went out there and balled out. My guy, Jalen Daniels. They didn't put Jalen Daniels, y'all, on that Senior Bowl 300 list. And I said, okay, he going to show and prove. And he went out there and played well. Only had 2 incompletions. One, he got damn near murdered out there, and he still almost made the throw, right? Coach Z had the offense looking wonderful. If you guys want to watch a fun offense, and this is why you guys should subscribe to CFO Sports, because we're going to do the film breakdown on Jalen Daniels and that offense, because we can do that now, right? But if you want to see motions, if you want to see shifts and creativities and option wheel reads and all sorts of craziness when it comes to the offense, watch Kansas football versus Fresno State. They played well versus E.J. Warner, who was Kurt Warner's son, so I feel a little old. But, hey, they beat the brakes off those boys. In KU, it was a good opening night when it came to that victory out there on Saturday. But week 0's cool and all. It's an appetizer. It's a cool little appetizer, y'all. But, hey, we're now in week 1. We're in week 1. So like I said, y'all, this is where the fun really begins. So I see the chat. I want to know, rep your college right now. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? I'm Seminole. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Seminole, but rep your school. I want to see. And if some of y'all don't have a college team, I will say this, right? So I get this all the time. Like, yo, Tuck, I'm an NFL fan, really don't have a college team. If you don't have a college team, that's cool. But if you don't watch college football, y'all, you are missing out. All right, I see them Tigers in the building. We're going to talk about those Tigers. Right? I see the U. I see USC and UCLA. You know what I'm saying? If you don't watch college football, y'all, you are really missing out. I know the NFL's fun, and Tuck, you came in doing Cowboy stuff, and, you know, that nothing compares to college game day. And we have a lot to talk about as we gear up for week 1. I see all the horns out there. I see the hookums, right? I see all the hookums in the chat, man. Salute to all the hookums. We're going to talk about your team here in a second. Now, it doesn't just start on Saturday. It starts Thursday night here in Kansas City. I will actually be at Arrowhead Stadium covering that game. You have Nebraska versus Cincinnati. Thursday night football at Arrowhead Stadium. You're going to have Dylan Raiola, you know what I'm saying, the Pat Mahomes cosplay running out of Arrowhead Stadium. I know he going to run out that tunnel. You know what I'm saying? He going to run out that tunnel, probably do his little Pat Mahomes thing, you know, this little hype thing like Pat Mahomes does. He is going to go full Pat Mahomes cosplay out there at Arrowhead Stadium. You know what I'm saying? But it should be a good game. Y'all know how the black shirts do in Nebraska. My wife's from Nebraska. Entire family is traveling in. Friends, cousins, aunties. Everybody is coming to watch Nebraska Cornhuskers face off versus the Cincinnati Bearcats. Going to be a fun night of football kicking off Thursday night. And then Friday night, you got some football. Like we officially back in it. You know what I'm saying? We got Boise State versus USF. We'll get to see what Boise State looks like with no more Genty. Genty gone. We'll get to see what that looks like with no more Genty. Now, for all my draft heads out there, Cage Casey, left tackle for Boise. Circle him. Circle him. Circle him. Circle him. Circle him. Circle him. Go ahead and circle him, because you'll be talking about this, or we'll be talking about this kid as we gear up for draft season. But this kid, very strong in pass pro. Very strong in pass pro. So go ahead and circle that. Cage Casey, left tackle out of the University of Boise State. Very solid left tackle. Now, for you Cowboys fans out there, you should be tackled it out, right? You should be tackled it out. But hopefully, we have some other viewers that are looking for left tackle. Definitely circle the name. Then we have an interesting matchup, right? We know what Shador was doing with Travis Hunter out there, but they gone. They in the league right now, right? You have Coach Prime playing versus Georgia Tech. Haynes King, I know what Haynes King does because he sent my nose home packing last year out there in Dublin. And Coach Prime has yet even named who his quarterback is going to be. Is it going to be Caden Sultan or is it going to be Julian Lewis? I think you should just go with Julian Lewis. That's going to be your quarterback of the future. You might as well just go with him, Coach Prime. But Coach Prime ain't even named your quarterback. So Georgia Tech, salute to my dog Wanye Thomas, you know what I'm saying? They are sneaky. They have that ground game, right? They do all the read options, get things going on the ground. So watch out for Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech will win that game versus Colorado because Coach Prime has to pick a quarterback. But Friday, Thursday is all fun, y'all. And y'all know I don't like noon games. Not my vibe. But Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. Now, whoever decided to schedule this game, this matchup for 11 in the morning on Saturday needs to be fired. Right? You need to be fired, right? Because why would you make this game, the game of all games, it's pretty much like you're getting a national championship week 1. Right? Why would you make this so damn early on a Saturday? But this game, y'all, is going to be fun as you have the Texas Longhorns facing off versus Ohio State. And I'll tell y'all this, man, I don't know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? So to all my Horns fans in the chat, I don't know which way to go. This is going to be a battle. You're going to have Arch Manning. It's now his team. No more Quinn Ewers in the way. You got Wisner returning, CJ Baxter at running back. You're going to have Wingo at the wide receiver position. But on the opposite side, you're going to have the quarterback in Julian Sain for Ohio State. And Jeremiah Smith, y'all. Now, this kid is phenomenal. He's not coming out in the draft, right? But Jeremiah Smith is a dog, and he's definitely going to be one of the most dynamic players in all of college football you want to keep his eye on. But for me, draft wizards, this kid right here, you are going to hear about him nonstop on this channel in Anthony Hill Jr. He is like Overshown and Micah Parsons he is that damn good. I cannot wait to scout and break down film on Anthony Hill Jr. I've been talking about this kid since high school. But also, 1A and 1B of my favorite draft prospects in this year's class. Y'all know I loved his brother. But this one's special in Caleb Downs, the safety for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Woo. I'm telling y'all, man, this kid's going to be phenomenal. And I know all draft season, he's just a safety. You don't draft safeties that early. Caleb Downs, you throw everything out the window. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm not listening to that. The kid is dynamic. So to be able to sit back defensively Saturday morning and watch Anthony Hill, Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Smith, right? Arch Manning, CJ Baxter, Trevion Wisner. It's going to be a fun game to start things off. It's going to be a fun game to start things off, and I'm definitely going to be up and at 'em, ready to go. Yeah, Montana. Yeah, Montana. Montana knows, right? Caleb Downs is just different. He's just different. So you toss out the safety in the first round rules. You toss all that out when it comes to Caleb Downs. And I don't know which way to go. I keep swaying, right? Keep swaying back and forth. But I feel like Texas should get this win in a close one. Now, the odds are a little tight. For this one for all my sports bettors out there. So be careful because we ain't got enough data. You know what I'm saying? But for this matchup, I'm probably going to lean towards Texas. I like their defense. Not only do they have Anthony Hill, but they also got Colin Simmons out there. They also got Trey Moore. So they have some talent on the defensive side of the ball. Their offensive line is young. So it could be an opportunity for Ohio State to get up off them, get pressure on Arch. But I'm going with the Longhorns to win versus Ohio State. And then after that, unfortunately, my Seminoles, someone thought this was a smart-ass idea, got Alabama coming to Tallahassee. Not feeling it. I think Florida State is going to have a much improved season this year. But Bama, week 1, Thomas Gassiano, that's not going to cut it for me. I do like Squirrel Wright. For those of you who used to watch Joe Milton back in college, right? Squirrel Wright was one of his top wide receivers. His big bomb play that made everybody go crazy about Joe Milton was the Squirrel Wright, right? You have Deuce Robinson, big 6'6" wide receiver. But Florida State ain't got enough for Alabama, y'all. We just don't have enough for Alabama. They're going to have Trenton Simpson, Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah Horton, Jam Miller. Like, Alabama is a sneaky good team, and watch out for them as they gear up for the end of the season to get in the CFP, because I think they have national championship type talent when it comes to Alabama. I know the spread right now is like 13.5 for Alabama. It's probably going to be 20 plus. But hey, I'm still going to rep my nose regardless. As bad as last year was, you can't do nothing else to me. All right. And then I saw the Tigers fans in the chat. Tiger on Tiger action. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have LSU versus Clemson. And this is going to be another battle. Now, I'll say this. Clemson is probably one of the most complete teams in college football this year. Right, they got Cade Klubnik. He'll probably be in the Heisman race, probably be top of the quarterbacks when it comes to the draft conversation. They brought in Antonio Williams, wide receiver. They also got a stable of backs after losing Phil Maffa, TJ Moore. Right, so they have some talent. Clemson defensive line and Peter Woods and Parker. Avion Terrell, who's A.J. Terrell's little brother. So Dabo Swinney has some talent out there in Clemson. But then you're going to have Garrett Nussmeier, Caden Durham, Barry and Brown, who transferred for Kentucky. So LSU is loaded as well. Now, Brian Kelly ain't won no openers, and I think the LSU Tigers are like 0-5 in their openers, right? And they're 0-5 against the spread for all my sports bettors out there. So with that, I'm going to slide towards Clemson, but I think it's going to be a tough matchup. Those are the 3 marquee matchups. You have Texas and Ohio State setting things off. Bama versus Florida State. I'll probably take a cool little nap, you know what I'm saying, after my DoorDash gets in, and wake up for Clemson versus LSU. But this is going to be a battle for college football week 1, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Now, we're going to go ahead and get to some of the questions, right? We're going to do this in kind of segments, right? But that's my week 1 predictions. Talk to me. What is y'all week 1 predictions before we gear up for the next conversation piece, which I know you guys came to hear about, is Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys going to their old, you know what I'm saying, all that back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody in the chat. My dog says fake Death Valley. FSU 7 wins this year. I got them probably like an 8 or 9. So I think FSU should be around 8 or 9 wins this year, right? I think they should be much improved, right? New defensive coordinator. They got some defensive guys. I've been telling my guy Henny about Darnell Jackson, right? Defensive tackle, right? So we have some guys out there But I'm not expecting a big splash. It all comes down to our quarterback position. Montana guys, Ohio State starts to repeat this season. You think they repeat? I don't know, dog. I don't know, but Jeremiah Smith is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to come down to Julian saying. But there were some reports, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but they're saying since Quinshon Judkins technically hasn't signed his deal, that he could return back to college, which would be crazy. Like if Quinshon Judkins just went back to Ohio State, that changes everything. You know what I'm saying? That changes a lot. You know what I'm saying? That changes a lot, man. Salute to my guy T-Mo in the building. What's going on with you, dog? Sin City, who am I taking this weekend on the books, dog? I got to get some cash for November. So Sin City, man, I just did a show with my sis, Steffi Smalls, and she was just out there at Circa in Vegas. And I realized I have never been to Circa Hotel or the swim bar with the sports book and everything. When I'm there in 2 weeks, I got to go. Pool parties, margaritas, sites, and sports betting, that was just built for me. You know what I'm saying? That was just built for me. Why haven't I been to the Circa pool to go out there and sit at the pool all day and drink and sports bet? I do not know, but I will definitely be there. And this is the fun of this show. We will have inside cappers coming on the show to give us your best plays. Stadium pool. Yeah, stadium pool, right? So I'm going to have some cappers coming on, right? Now, I sports bet, I get down, you know what I'm saying? As you see, we got a new sponsorship. Salute to our new sponsors in Sleeper that will be sponsoring the channel all year long. So when I put out those film sessions and YouTube tries to pull them down and takes money out my pocket, Sleeper says, you know what, Tuck? We'll just cover the bill. So we're going to have film sessions, NFL, in college, and that was why I was able to make the change. Salute to Sleeper, our new sponsors for the show. Y'all do realize why Texas didn't want to play in the shoe at night? Yeah, it's different. It's different playing the shoe at night. You know what I'm saying? It's different playing the shoe at night. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a matchup when it comes to Texas versus Ohio State. I hate that game is so early, but we are going to get it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into topic number 2. All right. Mr. Micah Parsons. Mr. Micah Parsons, y'all. We are 10 days away from the Dallas Cowboys kicking off versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And Micah Parsons currently is still unsigned. Right. And I don't know, y'all. It doesn't feel like this is going to get done anytime soon. And here's what I was trying to explain to some Cowboys fans. Even if the deal gets done, let's say Friday, right? You're not signing Micah Parsons. You're not getting Micah Parsons. As Jerry was saying, right? You're going to get Michael Parsons. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get Michael Parsons. It's like, what are you talking about? Bro, Micah Parsons hasn't done a pass rush move since I don't know when. Micah Parsons, as phenomenal of a talent that he is, he's not the type of player, which you know what I'm saying? He could probably be okay, but he can't just jump off the bench and give you 50 snaps versus Lane Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons can't just jump out the whip and give you 50 snaps, and you would be idiotic for doing that. You're probably not going to get your true Micah Parsons to around week 5, week 6. The body takes time to rev up, right? And he hasn't. Yeah, it's not like riding a bike at all. It ain't like, okay, boom, I'm signed. So people have to remember, Dak Prescott, he was at camp, right? He was participating. He was participating the entire time of camp. You just couldn't touch him, right? So it was different when Dak got signed last year right before kickoff, right? CeeDee Lamb, even though he held out, he was in Florida. So all day, he was just doing football movement, right? besides just working out, you haven't seen Micah Parsons do football movement. Right? And that concerns me. So, yes, I would love to get this deal done so we can move Cowboys Nation away from all this drama, all this dark clouds and speculations and, you know what I'm saying, Jerry Jones media circuit. But from a football perspective, I'm concerned about Micah, and you definitely have to put him on a pitch count if he's even out there on week 1. You know, even if he's signed, you still have to pitch count him probably for 2 weeks to let his body get revved up. And think about this. Right now, it's not hard-hitting action, prove it. Now you're kind of coasting, going through walkthroughs. You know, you're not high motor type of practices anymore because now you're trying to preserve the body, right? You're going through installations, getting prepared for Philadelphia. So you're going to need Micah some time to rev up, if signed, to even get into football shape, you know? And everyone keeps asking me, yo, Tuck, what's your thoughts on it? When does the deal get done? Does he get signed? And honestly, guys, I don't think it does. Right? I don't think it does. I just something in my gut, it doesn't feel like there's momentum to get this deal done. And we have to understand, Cowboys Nation, we are dealing with the owner who franchise tagged his franchise quarterback not once, but twice. He crazy, right? He's crazy, you know? So if he feels pushed, he will go out and say, prove it. I mean, last year, he brought in an entire defensive staff and gave them all 1-year deals. You saw what Cincinnati did with Trey. Gave him a 1-year, $30 million deal, right? No franchise tag. So Jerry Jones is crazy enough to say, bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself, right? Jerry wants everybody to bet on himself except Jerry, right? I get it. You're the gambler. When you going to bet on yourself? When are you going to say, you know what? If I do not deliver an NFC championship win or appearance, I am stepping down as GM. Would you bet on yourself, Jerry? No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because The Gambler was just a cute little Netflix title. Right? It's cute. Right? It's cute. The Gambler, right? Why don't you bet on yourself? Right? You ain't going to do that. I feel like Jerry is going to make Micah or Michael Parsons bet on himself. And it's going to get ugly. I don't think Micah is going to miss games, right? I know he's saying the back injury. You know, Micah is trying to say, oh, I'm a back, right? Doctor said I need a backiotomy. All right, for all my half-baked fans out there. But I think Jerry's going to call his bluff. And if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm putting on my Jerry Jones hat. And I would call Micah's bluff too as well. Why? Well, Micah, you wrote this entire soliloquy saying that you no longer wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy. You wanted to be traded. You no longer wanted to be here. Right? And the next day, you showed up. Showed up bright and early. On time. Right? Then, a few days ago, deleted all Cowboys-related stuff off your social media. Cool. Got the message. Next day, you showed up on time. So if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm like, Micah Parsons isn't willing to skip camp for $50,000 a day, he ain't going to skip for $1.4 million in a game. Nah, I'm going to call his bluff. And I feel like that's where Jerry is currently at. He is going to call Micah's bluff and want to sit back and see how it all unfolds. And it might not be, oh my God, Micah is signed before we kick off versus Philly. It might just be like Micah Parsons is suited up and want to take it with a grain of salt and just hope for the best. So, ugly situation. I hate it the most for Brian Schottenheimer because Brian Schottenheimer got so much momentum. And then Jerry came and just all over it. But hopefully he can get that energy and spirit back. Now, I may have gotten myself in some trouble, Cowboys Nation, you know what I'm saying? Thurgood Jenkins, you know what I'm saying? Dr. said I need a backiotomy. Lord, if you listen, help! You know what I'm saying? Maybe got myself in a little pickle, right? Because maybe Cowboys fans and media members thought they gotten rid of me so easily, right? But some of y'all are too prideful as either content creators, media members, or whatever the hell you want to call yourselves these days, because I don't even know the difference, right? To say, you know what? I fucked up. I was wrong. That's all you have to say. You know what? My bad, Cowboys fans. I fucked up. I was tripping, and I was wrong. Tuck, what are you talking about? All offseason, it was Mr. Diggs and Mr. Diggs and Mr. Diggs didn't do this, and he got fined $500,000 because he didn't honor his contract, and he didn't do this, and Diggs isn't focused, and Diggs isn't a leader, and Diggs and Diggs, and Diggs has multiple children, and Diggs and Diggs and Diggs and Diggs, and you dug yourself into a hole that you can't climb your stupid ass out of right now. Because Trayvon Diggs, who had surgery in January, is back to practice and possibly could be playing week 1. Possibly playing week 1. I don't think he should, but possibly could be playing week 1. Now, does he get an apology from anybody? No. It's a bunch of tweets at Tuck, right? Don't tweet Tuck, right, about Trayvon Diggs. Tweet Trayvon. I know y'all watching my shit right now. Don't tweet me. Tweet Trayvon. Say, hey, bro, my bad. Congrats on the rehab. Welcome back. That's awesome, bro. Way to battle back. Proud of you. We need you out there. Man, we dodged a bullet if we can get you back. I hope you turn up this year. Instead, people want to tweet me and move the goalposts. Well, Tuck, let's see if he'll be week 1 ready. Well, Tuck, he still didn't oblige by his contract. Well, Tuck, maybe if he would have been. I don't give a damn about being camp ready. I want him to be season ready. I think we all agree, right? Being season ready over being camp ready, right? And so I was thinking, let's take a little walk back, Cowboys Nation. Oh yeah, we're talking Cowboys shit. This is what y'all came for, right? This is the show. Y'all want the, you know what I'm saying? Y'all thought we were gonna get all college. No. I'm just gonna get my Cowboys back. Jog my memory. Trayvon Diggs signed his deal. We was all ecstatic, right? Because he beat AJ Terrell getting the deal. Shortly after, Trayvon Diggs tore his knee at practice, and we all felt sick. And then Trayvon Diggs rehabbed, and he returned last year. Was there a $500,000 fine last year for Trayvon Diggs? Because the same contract. Was there a fine? Jog my memory. No, there wasn't. Well, Tuck, why didn't Trayvon Diggs get fined last year? Okay? Because he spent his entire time training the first knee injury with the Dallas Cowboys. He stayed in Dallas and did everything the Dallas Cowboys asked him to do. Okay? Then he comes back, has another knee injury, and says, you know what? Last year, I did it through their way, got hurt again. For the sake of my career, I need to go elsewhere. Go get a specialist or something. You know what I'm saying? Not no in-house doctor. I want to get a specialist. And I get it, right? Sometimes the in-house trainers might be your BFFs. I ain't got shit to do with that. We're trying to win football games. So if Trayvon Diggs had to go to Wakanda to get his knee right, then I want Trayvon Diggs to go to fucking Wakanda. All right? So Trayvon Diggs goes off to Florida, does his training, right? How do we know? It's all over YouTube. You can watch the videos right now if you want. And he comes back ahead of schedule. And no one says, congratulations. Good job. That's amazing. Salute. Nah. You just move the goalposts. Well, let's see how he performs. Let's see how he does. Let's see how he. That's all you did. Just say, hey, Trayvon, congrats. Welcome back. Hope you have a great season, and just keep it moving. Why are people being so spiteful that they was wrong about Trayvon Diggs? They just won't let the shit go. Saw my brother DMV this morning. It's like sometimes I think y'all just like the drama shit. You know what I'm saying? I think some of y'all just like the drama. Like you're just creating this drama. You can't just say, welcome back Diggs. Welcome back 7. Hashtag that shit and just move on. It's, well, technically, he still might be out week 1. And technically, stop moving the goalpost. Some shit is too heavy. You're going to break your back. All right? So getting Trayvon Diggs is a massive boost for this Cowboys defense whenever he comes back, because we know we ain't have no corners, and having 7 back definitely helps, especially with Deron Bland, and especially the way that Kyer Elam was playing. So now we have to have the conversation. Deron Bland, just scoot. Deron Bland, I know it's your money year, but I need you to scoot on inside, play that inside corner, man. So yeah, man. That's how I feel about Trayvon Diggs. Micah Parsons, I do not know, but we should appreciate Trayvon Diggs did what was best for his career. He seeked outside help, and he's right. All people had to do was just be patient and say, okay, if Trayvon Diggs isn't back by week 7, week 8, then we can criticize. Then we can. But y'all wanted to to jump the gun because you were bored this summer, and it was just Trayvon. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, can we see if he even recovers first? You know what I'm saying? Can we even see that first? All right. Siobhan Revel stayed in Dallas, traded with the Traders, and had multiple setbacks. All right? Let players rehab how they need to rehab. Going through rehab is not an easy task. The mental aspect, the physical aspect, all of that goes into play. So salute to Trayvon Diggs, and hopefully we have 7-11 back out there. My guy Trey Davis says the CFO cap is fire. They're coming. We are working on the new merch store. We're going to have tons of new hats, tons of new merch. I talked to my graphic designer. We're working on some stuff right now as we speak. Probably next week, we'll have the store fully loaded with all CFO merch. Like I said, y'all, we're now streaming on TikTok, Instagram, also Twitter and YouTube. And also we will have the podcast version. So when y'all driving to work, like, what was Tuck talking about, right? You'll be able to hear me everywhere you go. So I'm sorry, haters. I apologize. You thought you was getting away from me. You're not. I'm still here standing, and I'm going to continue to do content, just not talk about the same team over and over and over and over again. But speaking of haters, all right, this is an annoying situation, I'll say, because I just want to analyze football. I know a lot of you, that's why you're watching me right now, just want to analyze football and let's talk ball, right? But we are in these situations nowadays, y'all, where there's now hidden motives that now leak into sports conversations. And we know it. We know it. You know what I'm saying? We know it. And I feel like I'm tired of the conversation with Shedeur Sanders. It's outrageous. Like, I literally had this guy tweet me. He was like, yo, Tuck, what do you have to say about Shedeur's performance now? You stayed up all night the other night to watch Shedeur. Where are you at now? I was like, I'm actually at the Kansas game covering Kansas versus Fresno State, boo-boo. You tell me what's going on with Shedeur right now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But people have this obsession to hate on Shedeur and some other players for whatever reason, and it gets out of control because you can't just watch it and analyze it and talk about it from a football perspective. You're hating on a kid because of his father. That's crazy. You're hating on a kid because of who his father is. When we all fathers, brothers, we all got family. Hating on this kid simply because of who his father is wild to me. It's wild to me that people just have this disdain for a kid they never met and want to see him fail because of his father. Now, do I think Shedeur Sanders is the next Jaden Daniels? No, right? Or Josh Allen or Cam Newton? No. But he's a pretty good damn quarterback. He's a damn good quarterback, right? He's a pretty good quarterback. He's a young quarterback. He still has to learn. He still has to grow. He still has to work, right? Just like any young quarterback has to do at the NFL level. But I see so many weirdos online and media members getting a chubby just wanting this kid to fail. Like, he was playing with a third string offensive line who all got cut the next day, and people were sending me videos of him getting sacked. Yeah, that typically happens when you don't have a good quality offensive line. You do get sacked. Great football observation. Right? And I'm in a situation because I like both these kids, right? I love Dylan Gabriel. You guys follow my draft content. You know I like Dylan Gabriel. He's a good quarterback. Does he have the size? No. Both of these guys are pretty much almost identical as quarterbacks. They don't have the size, don't have the stature, right? Don't have the freakish athleticism, but they play the game like seasoned vets. You know? They play the game like seasoned vets. So you're taking it too easy on them, Tuck. The real reason they don't like confidence, as they label it, cocky, to downplay them. Right, but they love Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel, loved him too. I love Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel had all these off-the-field issues, was taking money for signing autographs, flying out to Vegas, hanging out with Drake, showing up to practice drunk, had swagger, confidence, cockiness, everything. They still drafted him in the first round, though. They still drafted him in the first round. But when Shedeur does it, I don't like his attitude. He needs to be humbled. He needs to be put in his place. I don't think he's focused about football. I don't think. Come on, y'all. And we're in this weird situation where people have hidden alternative motives when it comes to him. Yeah, they're getting a chubby, bro. They were getting a chubby. Full salute to watch Shedeur throw an interception or run behind a faulty offensive line. Was tweeting me, geeked up. You know what I'm saying? Was standing at salute, tweeting me about Shedeur Sanders. Oh, Tuck, what do you got to say now? Bro, can he just be a developing rookie quarterback like all the other ones? Jackson Dart looks damn good, right? Cam Ward looks damn good. I'll tell you guys right now, Cam Ward's going to be a star, right? But there's other, Tyler Shaw doesn't look damn, like there's going to be struggles as a young quarterback, right? It's going to be struggles as a young quarterback, right? Let the kid grow. Let him have his own journey. If he busts, he busts, right? If he fails, he fails. If he succeeds, he succeeds, right? But let's get the other stuff out of it. I hate it in sports, y'all. I hate it that we can't just talk Angel Reese, how good she is, and Caitlin Clark, how good she is, versus turning into the Blood and Crips. We can't just talk about Dylan Gabriel and his growth and what he does well, and Shedeur, his growth and what he does well, without turning into the Blood and Crips. I got called a sellout because I said I like Dylan Gabriel. But if your dumbass would have looked on my YouTube channel before he was even drafted in Cleveland, I was saying I liked Dylan Gabriel in those old videos. I interviewed Dylan Gabriel at the Combine. I've been a Dylan Gabriel fan. Watched him at OU as well when he played with Tyler Guyton, right? So it's just this weird thing where it's like, you better pick a side. Who are you? Team Gabriel, Team Shedeur, and you better fight to the death. Versus I'm like, I like them both. Not to start for my NFL franchise, but they're good, both good developmental quarterbacks. Sorry for being so much a football guy and not buying into some of y'all hidden agendas, but I like them both. So I'm not picking a side. But I think Shedeur has a lot of upside potential. I think Dylan Gabriel has a lot of upside potential. It depends on opportunity and what things are going to look like when they get that opportunity, right? But let's stop making it more than what it really is. Can we just keep it football, y'all, without the additional hate? Probably not, because Twitter is just built for hate and spite. You know what I'm saying? They just built bots and robots just to hate. I don't think half my haters on Twitter are even real people. It's probably some robot or some person in India that probably getting $2 an hour just to type J Tuck hate tweets, right? So can we just get away from that and just focus on these players and let them develop and run their own race? Let athletes run their own race, y'all. Let them run their own race. Yeah, Twitter's a wild place. Twitter's a wild place. So is Facebook. There's actually nowhere safe anymore, to be honest with you. Unless you build a Discord or build something private, nowhere's really safe anymore. You know, it's just chaos everywhere. I posted something on Twitter, a Facebook post about Colin Kaepernick goes at Micah Parsons. 3,000 comments of Cowboys fans. Yeah, Kaepernick put Micah in his. I'm just like, you know what? Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. I can't even with that. It's just getting bad out, man. It's just getting bad out. So to everybody in the chat, man, appreciate you all for tuning in. Like I said, we're changing the channel. We're still going to still talk Cowboy stuff, right? But there's other things going in the NFL. I see there's a trade for Kenny Pickett to the Raiders. So it's stuff like that. You got Terry McLaurin got signed as well today. Got Trey got signed in Cincinnati for a 1 year, $30 million. We're going to do film session breakdowns. I'm doing Jalen Daniels, the quarterback for Kansas this week. Probably drop that tomorrow. Is Kansas a 9-win team? Yeah, there should be 9 wins. If JD6 stays healthy. If JD6 stays healthy, they'll be a 9-win team. Exactly. Dead internet theory, bunch of bots. Half the people y'all fight with on the internet are not real people. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a fake thing, but everyone thought it was real. You know what I'm saying? Everyone thought that Colin Kaepernick put Micah Parsons in his place, bro. It's just crazy. It's just wild on the internet. But speaking of wild on the internet, some wild shit on the internet. This by far has become my favorite thing on the internet. Y'all, have y'all seen this? Have y'all seen this 40 and up football league? Please tell me you have. If you haven't, go search it. Go search it. Go search it. It's a 40 and up football league where a bunch of old people my age put on full pads, not flag. You know what I'm saying? I'll play a little flag. You know what I'm saying? I'll play a little flag. But they are going out there playing full ass tackle football. It's the wildest thing ever, y'all. It is the wildest thing ever. I went through a whole rabbit hole the other day. There was this 42-year-old left tackle tore his ACL. You know what I'm saying? They be out there fighting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. And one of my homeboys was like, yo, Tuck, we should strap up and get down. The hell if I would, bro. The hell if I would go out there and play in a 40 and up football league. Go out there, Tuck. Hell no. Hell, one of my favorite things was like when football first started, you pull on your pads, and I would come down, bam, head-on collision, get stung up a little bit. It would wake me up. All right, football is here, right? Now I'm up. If I was to have a head-on collision right now trying to tackle somebody, it's the end of me. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of me. But they out there, 40 and up. It is sponsored by Aflac. I don't know who it's sponsored by. You know what I'm saying? But come on, y'all. I mean, it's funny as hell. And of course they taking it serious. Of course they out there taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? Now, uniform is kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? For all my U fans out there. You know what I'm saying? Look at Big 75. Hold on. Let me Will McClay. Hold on. Look at Big 75. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need out there. Look at Big 74. They got some size out there. Sponsored by Cialis. Rogaine, Viagra, statin cholesterol medicine. Like, dog, what are we doing? Hey, look at Big 75 though. Hey, he can come play one tech. You know what I'm saying? It's the craziest thing. Here's the craziest shit, right? Look at the quarterback. Look at the quarterback. Hold on. Look at the quarterback, y'all. Look how big the quarterback is. They got a center playing quarterback. Dog, what is going on? Hey, y'all need to go to work. Go to work, dog. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I was in a rabbit hole. Now, y'all, there's no 40 and up or 37 up. No, I ain't. You ain't gonna see me out there. You know what I'm saying? I might host or something. But damn, nah, man. Hell to the no. I ain't going out there and playing in no 40 and up. Football league, basketball would be bad enough. Hell no, man. So like I said, appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. We're going to be going live more often. I have a lot of guests lined up, y'all, a lot of dope guests from across the NFL, across college football. We're going to have some fun. Like I said, we are changing the format of the channel, but it's not like I'm disappearing and never going to post content ever again. I think people didn't listen clearly to what I was saying, right? A lot of people thought they were going to get rid of me so easily, But nah, we still got work to do. We are still going to talk Dallas Cowboys football. It's just not going to be the only topic we're going to talk about when we go live. We're going to give y'all some college stuff, right? We're going to give you some NFL stuff. We're going to give you some Dallas Cowboys stuff, right? We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep you moving. And we also, you know what I'm saying? We also, for all my, hold up. Let me get y'all right 1 second here. Get y'all right 1 second here. Hold up. For all my sports bettors out there, I am going to get y'all right. We're going to get y'all right. Salute to our other sponsors and Outlier. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be able to go through prop bets, right? All sorts of fun stuff, right? So just stick with me, y'all. We're going to have some fun this year, and we're going to do what we do best, which is talk football, have fun, film breakdowns, do some in-depth stuff, have some crazy bets going on, win some money watching football if you can, right? J Tuck is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Right here. Only place I'm not going is no 40 football league. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have fun. We're going to mix it up, right? And I'll tell you guys this. Normally I say don't let haters get to you. All right? Don't let haters get to you. I know I get a lot of haters online. Y'all clearly know that, right? Me, I'm petty. I feed off of haters, the good ones. And I'm going to say this to my haters because you're probably watching right now on Twitter. Y'all did a shitty job the last 2 years. All my haters out there, they kind of sit there in group chats and talk shit about me all day. Y'all did a bad job last year because I was winning like crazy. Like, y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I need to get that shit together, right? But I was on Twitter and I was talking about Jerry. Right? Absolutely, bro. Let's rob these sports books. You know what I'm saying? Let's rob these sports books, y'all. We gonna get it. We are going to get it. We are going to get it for sure, right? We're going to get it. But I was on Twitter and this guy had said, I was talking about Jerry, how I'm frustrated with Jerry, all sorts of stuff, right? And he had said something and it really stuck to me. He was like, yo, Tuck, you talk about Jerry and you hate on Jerry, but you built your entire brand and your content off of what he's built. And I wish I still had that tweet. I should have pinned it, right? He was like, you talk about Jerry, you hate on Jerry, but you built your entire content and success off of what he's built in the Dallas Cowboys. And I said, you little shit. I got something for you. I got something for you. Appreciate you. So for Romo Man 69, I personally want to thank you for sending me that tweet because it lit a fire. I was like, damn, these people really got me fucked up thinking I'm only successful because I talk Dallas Cowboys football. Bet. And that's when my brain started spinning. And now here we are. So yeah, just like Trey Davis said, we gonna rob these sports books. Salute to our sponsors and Outlier, right? They gave me free access to this, so I can add this on content, right? Shouts out to our other sponsors and Sleeper. We're gonna use them together. I'm gonna show y'all how to use Outlier, and I'm gonna show y'all how to build a slip on Sleeper, and we gonna get paid and sit back and have fun this football season. I'm also going to do a pick'em league for CFO members only. So if you're a subscriber to the channel, we're going to do a pick'em league. I probably can get that started now. So stay on tune for that. I'll post that in our community post. So I'm only going to post that for y'all. So if y'all want to pick against J Tuck, right? Let's see who can win. And at the end of the year, whoever the winner is, I would say first to third. I'm going to have some autograph stuff from you guys, some memorabilia from players specifically. Even if you're not a Cowboys fan, let me know your team. I'm going to get some autograph memorabilia now. I'm going to let y'all know I'll be sliding in these pick'em leagues. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll be sliding in these pick'em leagues the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a fantasy football league this year, because, I took Dez Bryant's money last year. Since my dog Dez, I took his money last year. I don't want to overstep my boundaries, so I'm not playing no fantasy football this year. I'm going to sit back and vibe on that. But we're going to do a pick'em league this year. So every week, pick your matchups. And see, I like doing a bunch of Cowboys fans, so I know y'all always going to pick the Cowboys to win. So, Super Bowl tickets for the grand prize winner? No. Hell no. Hell no. Super Bowl tickets, I'm going to tell you guys like this. Super Bowl, it's cool, but it's overrated. Right? Oh, here's the Cowboys guy telling Super Bowls are overrated. Oh. Shut up. Let me talk. Going to the Super Bowl is overrated because I'm thinking if the Dallas Cowboys was to ever go to the Super Bowl, which would be a miracle, my plan would be is to go to the Super Bowl Monday through Saturday and then fly back to Dallas and watch the game at the stadium around all the passionate Cowboys fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, being in the building, kind of seeing it, I mean, it's cool, but it's not the real energy that you would want for a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, all the stuff leading up to this shit is amazing. Do that, right? Super Bowl week, Monday through Friday or even Saturday. But then I would probably want to be game ready, watching it in Dallas. So when we win it, and we go crazy and we're flipping cars over and stuff, that's the memory you get. Because when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, or even the Eagles fans won the Super Bowl last year, they just walked out the stadium, all had to wait for Ubers, went back to Bourbon Street. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's not the vibe like if you were actually in Philly when that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, that's how I would probably do it. But the parties and stuff leading up to it, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, only cool when your team is in it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's probably it as well. You know, but honestly, like, I've had fun at the Super Bowls. Now the difference is, since I was media and kind of working, I wasn't like partying and stuff. So many parties and stuff, like going on. Like, it's a big media party that happened, with all the media members and everyone who's everybody from ESPN and Fox Sports. They're all there just mingling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of go to that. And there's like a lot of like parties. Shaq's having parties. So-and-so's having parties. But for me, y'all know me, bro. I go for the football stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm back to my hotel room. You know what I'm saying? I was eating Subway and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Grab me some Subway, go back to my hotel room, eat some candy, and, you know what I'm saying, and get ready for the next day of work. Now, maybe this year, because I'm already going to San Francisco, I'll kind of kick back, relax, have a little fun, because I've done it so many times. But, I don't need to be at the party. Because one, I was working with Dez and we were doing so much ripping and running for his interviews and Fanatics. I had to be on point for that. So I wasn't like getting drunk and hanging from the Raptors Super Bowl weekend. I was kind of just there handling business first. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun, but it'll be so much more fun if the Dallas Cowboys was actually there. And that's what we need to get to. In Cowboys Nation, we will not be able to do that until we sign the Lion and Micah Parsons, man. So it's your boy, Jay Tuck. I appreciate you all. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that notification bell so you do not miss it. Like I said, we got tons of content coming out. Film sessions, college, NFL, you name it. Also do some breaking news stuff. We'll talk about some other teams. I have some other reporters lined up from across the league, from Kansas City to the Chargers to the Raiders to Tampa. Right, so we got some other people coming in, some people from the NFL Network, my guy Gerald McCoy, Will Blackman. So they'll come in, just pop in, say what's up, some sports bettors. We're going to have some fun this football season, just mixing things up, right? Just mixing things up. But like I said, y'all, I'm not going anywhere. I am still here. I'm still here from y'all Cowboys Nation. I'm just going to talk about more stuff than just the Cowboys. And if you follow me on Twitter, I do it anyways. I don't just talk about the Cowboys. I mean, you follow me on Instagram. I'm fitness. I'm doing all sorts of stuff, right? Books, everything, right? It's just going to be now is on this channel where I can pivot and really show that hater, Romo Man 69, that I'm not no one-trick pony just when it comes to talking Dallas Cowboys football. So I appreciate you all. Comment, like, subscribe. I will upload and let you guys know when the audio version is on Apple Podcasts and also Spotify. That'll probably be tomorrow at the upload it, right? So we'll have those conversations, more guests, more fun, more excitement, but most importantly, more football. So I appreciate you all. Want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and football season is finally here. Let's have some fun.